I was born in Beverly Hills. My brother John, again, I'll bring John in a lot because he was 6 years older than I was. And my mom and dad got divorced when I was 7. I didn't have a dad at home. He wasn't there all the time. We belonged to the local Presbyterian church, and they were set up with a YMCA camp at Catalina Island. You're supposed to be 9 years old, but I was 8 at the time, and they snuck me in and we went to Catalina Island. And that's where I first got a mask on my face. And but anyway, I saw that the ocean, and I saw these little flounders flopping along the bottom, and you know, the creatures there, and I just, oh, this is exciting, you know, I loved it.
I joined the RIFFE team probably about 6 years ago, and I went on my very first yellowfin tuna trip. We went to Mexico, and Jay and Julie and Jill all came down, and we spent the whole week searching for tuna, and I mean just searching, and they weren't in yet. It was our last day, our very last day of the trip, and it was pretty much our last chance to score a tuna. And I remember, even though I knew it was the last day and I should be giving it everything that I had, I also just felt like, more than anything, let's just go get dinner. And I started talking to Jay about that, and I could see other people around me, you know, just like kind of like eyes getting big, because here I am, the new team member, telling Jay Rife, like, forget these ahi, let's go pole spearing. And before I knew it, Jay had this smile on his face, and he just really started talking about how he got into diving, how it was all about getting food, getting dinner, and he called it. And he said, we're taking the morning off from tuna, and we're gonna go pole spearing. You know, we barely even caught a thing, but we had so much fun just going for it. And with our little humble catch, we came out and we just felt like champions that day. And there was just enough time in the day left where the sun was starting to go down, and we decided, well, why not just try? And we went out to the banks that day. Nobody had seen ahi, you know, no tuna were visible. Things weren't looking good, but Julie and I jumped in the water anyway, and within an hour, I had landed my first yellowfin tuna. Jay's proud smile when I was swimming it to the boat, it just really showed me that sometimes you almost have to take your eye off the prize for a second in order to really appreciate the reward at the end of the day, and that's what we did.
You got that, huh? Yeah. You saw 100 tuna out there?
I saw a whole school of them come by, and I said, nice one, nice one. I said, ooh, he's a big one. 300 pounds, buddy.
It might be.
There was no spear gun out there that would handle these fish, other than a handmade spear gun, basically. I worked on the shaping of the gun stocks to get a decent looking gun. People saw the gun, hey, I want one, I want one. Everybody wanted one. And we just started growing rapidly. I mean, I moved from my garage, which I had a little machine shop set up in the garage, to another garage, which was twice as big. So I got thrown out of the first garage because the neighbors complained about all the traffic I had coming into the neighborhood. We had no snorkels. What we had this is the middle of winter. We wore garden gloves, white garden gloves, and a sweatshirt. We never felt the water. It was one of our jobs, was my job probably in the beginning, to start a fire, like in Palos Verdes. Go out and find kindling around the beaches there and bring it all back, get it ready, and they'd give me a box of matches. And so when I came in, you know, you're cold and you don't feel anything. The only thing you can do is you can see the blood coming down your legs because you'd be bleeding like a stuffed pig. Sea urchins all over the rocks, sharp rocks, and you're coming in and waves are breaking on the rocks and knocking you down. And I mean, they weren't cuts, they were just little open wounds that bled real easy. Salt water, you know, it just made it bleed a lot. But that was life, that was diving. That's the sport. It's not about the quantity of fish, it's about the quality. And to ensure that future generations will get to enjoy this sport as much as I did.